Okay, so the first book that I wanted to read for this month is Perks of Being a Wallflower, and I actually found this book earlier this week at our library book sale here in the town that I live in, and I actually finished it the other night, and I thought the book was okay. It's a coming-of-age story with the main character being Charlie. He's about to enter into high school, and one of his best friends just committed suicide, so he decides to write letters. We're not really sure exactly who he's writing the letters to. I personally like to think that he's writing the letters to the reader, but he's writing the letters about his life experience going throughout high school. And right after I read the book, I watched the movie, and for the first time, I actually enjoyed the movie a lot better than I enjoyed the book. But I don't think I would have appreciated the movie as much if I hadn't read the book first, because I really was able to just remember just the depth of Charlie's pain and how much he felt like an outcast at first, and then, when he meets Sam and Patrick, how he started to form these friendships that helped him get through, his first year of high school. So anyways, Perks of Being a Wallflower, I ended up giving it a 3 out of 5 stars, but like I said, I enjoyed the movie a lot better, so if you haven't read or seen the movie, I definitely suggest, watching the movie. I thought it was great. The second book that I want to read for the month of May is Little Bheem, and I don't know if you guys have ever, gone to a bookstore or you've been searching for books and a book cover just really stands out to you. Well, this is what happened to this book. I had never heard of it before. I really don't even know what it's about, but when I saw the book cover, I thought, wow, I definitely want to read this book. So even the back of the book, when I was reading it, it says, "We don't want to tell you what happens in this book. It is truly a special story, and we don't want to spoil it. Nevertheless, you need to know enough to buy it, so we'll just say this." And then it gives a brief description of what the story is about, but not really. And pretty much it says it's a story of 2 women. Their lives end up colliding. One of the women have to make a really difficult choice that no one should ever have to make, and a couple years later, the 2 women's lives collide. So I'm only on chapter 2, so I only know one of the women. I'm excited to see what the other woman is like and why, their lives, came together and how they're impacting each other's lives from a choice one of them had made. So anyways, let me know if you guys have read this book and if you like it. The third book that I want to read for the month of May is The Wedding by Nicholas Sparks, and I am a sucker for love stories and pretty much anything Nicholas Sparks. I did start this a couple days ago, so I'm a couple chapters in, and what I'm excited about is the story follows the 2 main characters, and it's actually the son-in-law of Allie and Noah from The Notebook. So yay! Even in the first couple chapters that I've read, they've mentioned Allie and Noah, their love story, and now how it's impacting the 2 main characters in the book. And so I'm excited to finish this book and read what happens. I know the main character is trying to win his wife's love back. Their love has kind of faded over the last 30 years, and so I'm excited for the read, and I'm hoping for a really happy ending. So a couple weeks ago, I started the Hush Hush series, and I believe there are 4 books in this series, and now I am on Silence, and this is written by Becca Fitzpatrick, and the Hush Hush series has been pretty good. I really liked the first book, Hush Hush. Last week I finished the second book, which was called Crescendo. It wasn't my favorite, but there were some crazy twists at the end, and the cliffhanger at the end made me want to run to the bookstore or to the library and pick up this book. So I guess it did a great job, because here I have the third book, Silence. Anyways, I can't really tell you too much about what this book is about without spoiling what Hush Hush and Crescendo is about. So I would definitely encourage you to maybe jump onto Goodreads and check out what the Hush Hush saga is all about. And I definitely would recommend reading at least the first one to read the second one to get to the third one, because I think this one's going to be great. And then her fourth one, I believe, is called Finale, and I'm pretty excited to read that, but I'll probably have to do that next month since my TBR list is growing and I have multiple books that I want to finish up this month. So the final book that I would like to read for the month of May is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. And funny story about this, I was at the bookstore and I came across this book, The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest, and just like Little Bheem, I saw this and I was like, wow, what a really pretty cover. It caught my eye, not realizing that it's the third book of this series. So with that being said, I bought this book because, like I said, I thought the cover was really pretty and it grabbed my attention, so I had to get it. So then I had to get the first book because, of course, I couldn't read the third book of the trilogy without starting the trilogy. So here I have The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I've been so focused on my other books that I honestly don't even know what this book is about. But I do know it's a movie, so after I read the book, I will be excited to maybe watch the movie. It just depends on if this book is going to freak me out or whatnot. I'm too much of a little girl when it comes to watching scary things. So anyways, I'm excited for this book. Let me know below if you guys have read this series and what you guys think of it. But that pretty much wraps up my TBR for May. I have a lot of books that I want to read and more, books that I have on my shelf that I haven't read yet, which will probably be pushed until next month, which is June, which is so crazy. I can't believe it's already May. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and let me know below if you guys have read any of the books that I talked about and what you guys thought. Have a great day.